There are also many who believe that Paytm in the long run can do to private banks what private banks did back in the day to PSU banks. Given that thesis, do you think maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, one needs to have investment into Paytm at whatever price?
Yeah, hi. So see, since you have referred to the history of private banks disrupting PSUs, I think Paytm also has some history, and that will give us a lot of insights into what it can do in the future. So if I have to summarize that history in one line, Paytm is a great company, but in a wrong country. Let me just elaborate why I say that. So Paytm started as a wallet in India. The wallet got disrupted by UPI in a very big way. Payments became a loss making proposition for everyone. You could not earn revenue from payments. So Paytm went and decided to start a Paytm mall or something like e-commerce so that you can get more customers and you can eventually cross sell. That model failed because you had the Amazons and Flipkarts of the world, and they did not have the backend also to do it. Now they're so that is what the history was. They also decided, okay, we'll go into broking, we'll go into mutual fund distribution, but there is very little to boast about all of these things today. And see, they have spent around maybe 14,000 crores in losses, or to just get revenue of 15, 16,000 crores over the last few years. So to say that will it disrupt the current banks, it looks very, very difficult to me, because today if you see what is Paytm banking on, Paytm also knows that payments is not going to generate any profits as such, because in India you cannot do that. So Paytm is trying to get customers so that it can cross sell and give loans to them. Now, so what can Paytm become in 5-10 years? It can at max become a company which has a lakh crore of loan book. We already have a lot of such companies today, and they don't trade at the valuations that Paytm trades at. So I think it is like too much of crystal ball gazing if we say that Paytm of today can actually disrupt the private banks. I am thinking more like Paytm wants private banks to be their partners at best. I don't think there is a disruption that Paytm can do. That disruption chance was there in 2015-16. I don't think it's as strong today. And they say that they are PayPal's of they are a combination of PayPal and Alipay's of the world. I think they are none. They are at best they can be a very large broker who can sell loans and investment products. So that's my opening comments.
That's a very strong opinion there. Anurag, hi, good morning. Let me get you in onto the discussion as well. What Paytm does in the long haul, what kind of disruption plays out that hasn't already, that's a thing of the future, right? It's crystal ball gazing, like Dekant rightly mentioned it. What we need to look at is right now, wherein clearly valuations have been a concern with Paytm ever since the IPO pricing came out. But the question is, in the near term, would you be willing to buy it, say, 10% lower than the discount it's already listed at? At what price would you be comfortable to buy into Paytm?
So Aisha, good morning. First of all, pleasure being here on the show. Look, let's rewind back to 2000, when a set of newbie investors came to the market. They supposedly were tech savvy. They understood. They believed more in the dreams and less in financials. They were, 20 years later, a newbie set of investors are back in the market. Again, never mind the financials, they believe more in the dreams. And I think they're going to learn a lesson of a lifetime in investing. The lesson is this: if you buy something at a wrong price, that bad decision haunts you for a very long time. My favorite example on this is Microsoft. If you bought it, by the way, it was a great company in 2000. If you bought it at $60 in year 2000, you had to wait about 16 years till 2016 to just break even. Now, with that context, I think I fully agree. I was hearing Nikunj. I think if Paytm at 20 billion is saying that I'm like, 65% of Axis Bank, I am 40% of Kotak Bank, I am 30% of ICICI and 20% of HDFC Bank, I really don't believe it is kind of even remotely possible. And I think let's just kind of look at a couple of quick pointers here. They want to be this super app. Look, but even after 7-8 years into existence, they've hardly made any dent into brokerages. They've hardly made any dent into the banking space. I agree, payment bank is the limiting factor. But look, average balance in a payment bank account is just about 500 rupees. Do what you want to do with that. They've hardly made any dent in the lending space. So, look, I can buy dreams, but there's only as much that I can pay for it, right? Finally, I think they can't made this a point. But look, I think we have to believe technology is a very fast changing space. You can disrupt, and the other day you can get disrupted. So after demonetization, Paytm really was the first brand recall. It really disrupted, but I think UPI kind of disrupted it, back again. And today we have a market where a winner takes all kind of a market. This whole internet space. People don't remember anything more than the first two players, and 80% of the UPI market is dominated by PhonePe and Google Pay. They have deep pockets. I don't know, with 12% market share, how does Paytm bounce back from there? So I think, with putting all of this in context, I think if you are not a market leader in any of the places, I really find it very difficult to believe how Paytm can really bounce back from here. These kind of valuation really is financial insanity. I won't, to answer your point, I would not even be comfortable at less than 50% discount to the current pricing, because I don't really see a path to Paytm's market domination and the kind of dreams that are being propelled. Never, keep in mind that it's 5 years after demonetization that we are talking all of this.